Hey everyone, welcome to Half Dragon AP.
And today we are playing Traitorous, presented by Kobold Press.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Frankhausen, the GM for Traitorous, and let's meet the Guardians.
For the Traitorous campaign, I'm going to be playing the character, the Grizzle Hide Shadow Domain Cleric, Geralt Shadowvale.
And I am going to be playing Mira, the Darkul. Yeah. Cool.
You can find me on Twitter at PW Monster Hunter.
And find me on Twitter at Athena Palmer _FG.
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. I go by he, they pronouns. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And today I'll be playing the Shadow Wizard, Nicholas.
Hey everybody, it's me, Little Red Dot. I'm the content production manager for Kobold Press, and you can find me online where Little Red Dots are found. For this game, I'm going to be playing Sir Pepper Bristlebottom, who is our Ratasuk Umbral Binder rogue. Now, let's hop into the game.
So at the beginning of the episode, before we started recording, I told you all to roll 3d6 and add them together before we start. And before that's going to take effect, let me give you the scene we're in, and on top of the scene, a saving throw you're going to need to make for me. So surrounding everybody is just darkness, unless one of you has casted a spell. It is wet. You feel like you're sitting on almost like wet sponges. There is stuff dripping from the ceiling of what you're in, and you're stowaways on a large caravan. But what I didn't tell you before we started is this caravan, the thing you're riding in is living, and you're in the belly of whatever this creature is. You can hear machines whirring and gears grinding and chattering in a language that's really muted from how deep in the belly of this beast you are. But what I didn't tell you is the potions you've taken are wearing off, and the stomach acid of this creature is getting stronger. So I need everybody to give me a Constitution save to start off our show.
Can I have enacted my lantern?
Sure, if you'd like to have it on, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your lantern?
It is
Everyone can roll their saves. What's your lantern?
Let me click it here. It's Moonseeker's lantern.
Sure.
No magical item, yes.
While holding
fantastic.
its lantern, I can use an action to speak its command word. The lantern floats 2 feet away from you at shoulder height. It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius sphere and dim light for an additional 30. You and any of your companions within 30 feet of the lantern while it's shedding its light can't be surprised.
Excellent. You won't be surprised. Now I need 2 saving throws because there's light. I need one that's Constitution and one that's Wisdom for all the egg sacs that are around you.
Okay. Well, I got a 24. 24 on the con save.
Okay.
All right, looking good.
14 for me on the con.
Okay, 14, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was it on? Wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
18 for
Okay.
me.
13.
14 con and a 14. No.
Doesn't look like anyone's going to fail.
11.
that's
I got a 11 on my wisdom.
Oh, but you did. When she turned the lantern on, you see all of these egg sacs, and you see arms, like little legs out of the egg sacs, and they're all kind of hanging in the walls or from the ceiling, and they kind of sway with the motion of whatever this thing is you're riding in. And one of them starts to rip open.
Oh, no.
Now everyone can see it. You failed, unfortunately, which means you are scared. When you're feared in this, I'm going to ask you, what does your character look like? And how are you handling fear when you're trapped inside of this large, colossal creature? What do you do?
So Nicholas is just in a full black robe. He has a sheer mask on, and I think he like clutches the mask as he sees this thing coming out at him, and starts to stutter over his words. Help! This help!
How loud are you going to be? Are you audibly yelling, or is it more of the audibly yelling? Cool. Ooh.
Never good with the DM ask that question.
I didn't hear anything. What would the rest of the party like to do?
When he starts yelling, I'm and then I would like to hide in shadows. So I want to leave my lantern near the party.
Okay, so it's like stuck in the creature, lighting the area, and you kind of slip back into the darkness. It's big enough to do that. This entire chamber is probably 60 foot long. It's a big belly that you are in. So you slide into shadows and hide. What's your passive stealth? Basically 10 plus your total stealth bonus.
17.
All right, perfect.
Wait, so you turned on the light just to go hide?
Yes!
He started yelling. I turned on the light for him? No, absolutely not. No. That's a whole
Perfect.
lot of...
What do you look like? The thing that slides back in the shadow and hides. You're like, light. Ooh, bad decision. And you go hide. What do you look like?
I am a dark hole. I have very, savage-looking clothing, almost, torn and tattered apart. I like the darkness. I'm not a big fan of sunlight. But just not about the noise, not about, making myself feel very obvious as well. And I have my beautiful little shadow with me, which will...
Oh, no. And that is the first thing I have to say. When you slide back, you remember there's no way to fit that beast in here, and it is in luggage for this thing that is traveling.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna just fade and just be like, no, it's just a little much for me, and just fade into the darkness.
All right, that works for me. Matt, what are you doing? You're probably the biggest person in the group, I believe, right?
Yes. My giant bear, Geralt Shadowvale. What I'd like to do is I like to stand in front of Nicholas as he's beginning to cower. It's like, it's okay. I've got you. Stand behind me. And I'll go ahead and pull out my weapon.
Oh, okay.
And just prepare for this thing that's obviously going to attack us. And I want to look over to Pepper Bristlebottom, my good friend. It's like, Pepper, is there anything you can do about these large sacks of spiders?
I imagine you have to look
opposite.
down, because Pepper is considered a tiny creature. Is actually a
pick up Pepper in my hand. Pepper.
Pepper's already kind of down in this low pose, almost like you pick up an action figure in your big hand. A what we would consider a squirrel is probably the best option. A sentient squirrel creature.
Yes.
This is a race from Kobold Press, and they wear this kind of green and leather armor, and they've got two, I will call them matching daggers, one with a kind of white ball at the end and one with a black ball. And you hear this kind of a posh British voice come out of nowhere that says, "Stand to, friends!"
Oh, you're heroic.
Heroic, the tail kind of, I am living true to the name, Bristlebottom. Their squirrel tail out, gets kind of poofy as the fur kind of stands up on the back of their head. They say, "Do not fear, my friend. I have seen many things in the darkness of this place. Not one has come out of an egg."
It's excellent. Not only one egg, but you start hearing that wet of other eggs at the back of the belly of this creature and start to hatch.
I believe
we're talking. You were counting it like you would count someone dropping stuff in a house. You hear 1, 2, 3, and it starts getting so quick you run out of fingers and toes to count as they are hatching.
Is there an exit?
There is an exit. So this is a living creature. You did cut a way in here, and you're hidden in it. It is lightly healed shut as a way to get in and out. But that will take you outside, and you would be jumping out of whatever this moving caravan creature is. Or you could cut your way up and get yourself into what you believe to be baggage, probably where your companion is at.
I'm going to go... because I'm just away from this. I just want to be away from anything on the ground right now. I'm going to climb up and try to cut a way out. For myself, if possible.
Do you have a sharp weapon?
I have a dagger.
A dagger?
Would that work?
Yeah, that's enough. You can start cutting away. So I guess the most important part of this would be, how much damage do you do with a dagger? You need to cut at least 15 hit points worth to cut your way out and into the other room.
Okay. Well, it's going to be a minute.
Cool.
For a couple rounds at least. Oh, crap.
Okay. I'll let you have your first round before I do anything, and I'll ask the party what they would like to do as well.
That'll be 7 points.
You get a good slash, and this green ichor pours down in the light of your lantern, covering you, your hands, the ground, and it is sticky. It's viscous.
I will then ask the rest of the group. We all have dark vision, yes.
Yes, why did you turn the light on?
Ooh, do you all have dark vision?
I do.
I believe I do as well.
I'm certain I do.
I would hope we're in the Shadowlands. If you don't all have dark vision, mistake number one in character generation.
Then if that's the case, can I use my bonus action to turn off the lantern and have it returned to me?
Yeah, you grab the lantern, turn it off, but you've only done 7 points, and you start to hear the crawlies coming out in the back. What would the rest of the party like to do? I'll give you all one action. She's trying to cut her way through the ceiling.
Ooh.
I'm following out of here away from these egg things because no, thank you. That's an experience I'd rather not have.
Okay. So are you going to cut as well? She's done 7 points so far.
No, that's okay. I'll wait till she gets to.
So you're holding. Okay. Yeah, you're holding. What about the other 2 party members? The big and tall section.
The big and tall section.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, you did pull an axe.
Oh, I got it. You see Pepper reach into a pocket that you didn't even know existed on this very tight leather binding thing, and they pull out tiny handfuls of ball bearings.
Okay.
Right? They're rogues come standard with ball bearings. And
spongy ground-like surface.
Oh. The ground is spongy, not the walls.
Everything. And you're inside of the belly of a creature.
Yep.
Dare I ask, we are assured we're in its stomach?
Yeah, it probably has multiple stomachs. I put a picture on the screen for everyone to see. And it's got multiple legs and crawls. You're inside of, you're guessing, some form of insectoid.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, that would be my guess. Okay, no, then I don't do that. If the ground is soggy, it won't make much of a difference.
I mean, it'll be really pretty. It would be like putting decorations on a Halloween cookie.
Exactly. I guess I turn to my large other furry friend, and I say, "What is the play here? Shall we create a distraction?"
I believe we should help her cut our way out to go to baggage while I prepare a deep freeze spell.
Okay. So one's doing deep freeze, and does that mean that our lovely little squirrel friend is going to
create
a way out, or are you distracting?
That's a good question. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna stand on his head and start slicing.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's definitely what I would like to do. So I guess I'll scudder up your body till I'm there, and I pull out both daggers, and you see with kind of very daft and swift motion of steel as I try to help navigate a way out of this space.
Give me some damage. I'm not going to worry about you hitting. You can cut a line. You're a skilled professional.
It's true.
damage to see if you can do enough to cut your way through, or if I'm going to get around with my creatures if they survive whatever freeze spell.
Now, here is the real question, because this is important for the 2 daggers that I'm using, because I may do more damage. Is this a beast?
It is
I
a
believe
beast.
that's what it is. I believe it's a beast.
It is a beast.
I did
that is 100% true.
When I attack... is it considered a monstrosity?
It is also a monstrosity.
Yeah! Okay. Knowing this, I sheath the 1 dagger. Well, I guess I can do both, technically. I'm a rogue. And then I will make sure
I mean,
to
you
attack
have grippy feet. I doubt you're wearing boots.
They would be cute boots if I was.
Just the tops. Just the tops of boots.
They would be cute. But yeah, no, I will. I'll roll for both of these daggers. So I just get basically a +3 on the attack.
Perfect. Just give me your damage. She's done 7 so far.
Okay, that's not too bad. So the first one, for quick and ease, says. So the first one is total 10.
Okay.
Because it's already been attacked, so I get sneak attack too.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You're being pretty precise.
So the last one was 13. That's the dagger with the 3. So that would be 10 and 16. So 26.
What does it look like as you cut a hole through this creature? Now you're in that gap between the back of its thorax and the whatever the building is that's on top of this creature.
Yeah, I imagine it does look like a small squirrel with kitchen knives, just like
yeah.
As I'm kind of like slicing away at bits and chunks in a rather fast, kind of daft way. And as I break through with the last hit, I yell out to the party, "I have made us a hole!"
Do you climb through said hole?
Oh, I think I'm going to let our friend through first. I turn to make sure that our, we don't need backup.
Okay. So as you turn, the camera turns with you, looking down into the darkness, because the lantern's now off in dark vision. Our big girl, can see there's a swarm of these things moving and hatching. They don't seem to know quite where they are yet until one of them turns and looks at you, and you see a pair of ant-like eyes reflect, and mandibles come out of the slime of the egg that's still stuck to it. And they all turn, and you hear that click once, and then an audible click behind, and an immeasurable amount of them deeper into the darkness. Are you casting? Are you holding? Are you climbing with the squirrel on your head? What would you like to do?
I would like to cast. And
Okay,
I'm going to go
we're
ahead and
casting.
cast that Deep Freeze.
Okay.
It's a range of 60 feet. And I'm going to
Oh,
go
good job.
and right for the one that noticed us. And once it
Okay.
begins clicking,
Mhm.
it is a 48 cold damage, encasing it in ice. And let's see, it's a dexterity saving throw.
So it's wide enough to cover the whole belly of this thing. So it's basically filling the channel.
Excellent.
Saving throw for it. I only got a 14.
Ooh, well then you were encased in ice. Good.
How much damage does this do?
Let's
It
see.
might be enough to wipe a lot of these little hatchlings out.
Ooh. Ooh. 27 points of damage.
Woo!
As you freeze the first wave of them, buying time.
Excellent. Right after I freeze them, Sir Nicholas, up my back, please. I point to the hole.
I'm a squirrel, so I kind of move to the side. I'm guessing I can climb on the wall or the ceiling here next to us.
Well, you're standing on his head. He's large. You're tiny. You can just hang on the ear. Like,
I guess that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Have we seen raccoon? Like, this is very similar.
Yeah, so I'll kind of make myself out of the way so I don't become a part of the problem as
Sure.
they try to escape.
Nicholas, you held your action.
Yeah, I'm immediately going through that hole.
All right, so you
I don't
climb
know
up. The gap between the floor and the back of this creature is probably about 3 foot, like a crawl space. But you do all know, because this is a little bit planned by the group, there is a trap door that leads into the room. If you'd like to head that way, you have an inside person that is supposed to let you in when you want to be in, but you are leaving the belly of this creature sooner than you're supposed to.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to our inside man.
Okay, so as you make your way to the trap door, you testing it?
Yeah.
It's locked. It's shut. It feels like it's moving, though. Maybe something's on it and it's not locked. If you'd like to try to lift it yourself to get in, that is an option. You do know there's a swarm of something coming behind you, and you are scared.
Yeah, so I think with Nicholas, it's panic and then think. And so it's just, oh no, this is locked, and it's also heavy. I'm not good at locked or heavy things. And then he's just going to explain the situation, like, I can't get this to budge. Which one of you is the one that can do that?
So just panicking. Any spells or anything you're casting when you climb up and out with your action, or are you just kind of making space and getting out of the way?
I don't have anything that's useful for this situation.
Amazing.
I could try some things. It probably would not go well for anyone.
This is what happens when you make your own character. No, I'm just kidding. So, with that, Athena, what does our Darkul want to do?
Because let me see here. Because Nicholas has started to panic. Nira has started to panic.
Oh no!
But instead of being useless, she starts to stress eat. What?
Yes.
Does it ever feel like you hired the C team?
I'm not panicking.
Mostly because she has to consume a pound of flesh a day, or else she'll suffer exhaustion. So she's trying to play it cool, but she started eating these popsicle creature things on the pound as like we got to think this out.
Are you fiercely eating a popsicle right now in this moment?
So you're
Stress eating.
okay.
You know what? Maybe if I just hide, they won't find me.
Are you going to climb out of the hole or hide in the belly of the beast?
Oh, man.
I'm going to climb out of the hole as I grab a handful and start munching.
You have a furry ladder you can climb, so I'm not going to make you roll at all. And you make your way out and crawl up underneath the floor of the room you're looking to get in, the back, and you're along with Nicholas out there. The two of you have made it out of the room. The fear is not going to go away until you feel that you are safe.
Okay.
More for Nicholas than you. You're just following suit and panic eating. I love that you're eating meat sickles instead of chewing fingernails. I just want to point out you're eating meat sickles.
Stress eating is a real thing.
Stress eating meat sickles. Okay, cool. So that leaves us our two real heroes downstairs.
As they're stress eating and slowly making their way up this hole, you hear Pepper go, "We need more time." And there is a very small amount of magic that Pepper can cast, one of which is mirror image.
Oh.
And so Pepper will cast 3 versions of themselves down towards the floor, so that they try to attack these mirror images to give the two of us a little bit more time to get out of here.
Now, if I remember correctly, because we are in the Shadowlands, in KP's stuff, I believe mirror image is more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's empowered, which means that even if these things have a way to see through illusions, the magic of any form of shadow or illusions, true sight doesn't see through it. So there's technically numerous squirrels climbing on the back of a huge grizzly bear. I just want to set that scene and image for everybody watching. So there's 3 of you? How many of you are there now?
I can create 3 each.
You're level 7.
I can create 3 versions of myself in the space. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions. So, in a brave, daft squirrel-like fashion, tail still poofed. Pepper takes kind of a dive off of the friend and hits the floor, so the 4 of us are kind of there. And encourages, like, kind of goes, "Go!
Are you being a distraction?
Yes, I am going to be.
Would you like to make a skill roll?
I can, sure.
Let's see how much 4 squirrels look like food. If it was my dog, the answer would be very high.
Okay, so just maybe a deception?
Yeah, whatever you think is appropriate.
That would be a 17.
All right. They're new. They're hungry. As a group, in unison, like a hive, they all turn, and the first group is frozen. The second wave starts crawling over the back of all the frozen little ant-like creatures, and they're coming towards you. I mean, right. I don't know how much the grizzled is worried, but you seem safe now. You feel like all eyes are on the 4 squirrels in front of you. Pepper is now the target of their hunger. What would you like to do?
Excellent. That's great. The frozen encased ones, are they dead?
It seems like it.
Okay, because if not, they have to take more damage.
I would say they're dead.
Okay, cool. So I think best bet right here, they're still struggling to get up, right? Like they're still kind of like...
2 have made it out. You 2 are the only ones in the belly of the creature for travel still.
Oh, okay.
Well, the 5 of you, because she made 4 of herself.
Right. I'm confused on which one's the real one. So... Like, I can't just grab and toss them through the...
It would be a saving throw to know which one's the real one.
Right, so I can't do that, so I will just go ahead and prepare my weapon and begin swinging on the ones that go to attack the multiple
You're
squirrels.
staying down here.
Yeah, I'm going to stay down here, and while I'm swinging, I was like, please, Pepper, through the hole, please. I cannot reach down and pull you out.
You first, I say. I can climb to you.
Well, then please do so.
Are you climbing out there, Geralt?
No, I because of my nature of being
that's all I need to know.
You're gonna stay behind.
I have to stay behind because Pepper is staying behind.
And it's so.
It's like
Can
a
my target?
cycle.
Can my target?
If I leave, yeah, and then Pepper turns and goes, if I leave, then the distraction leaves, knowing that they're going to follow you. And I imagine there's a very confusing moment between these 2 furry creatures.
Would you please?
I just want to point out that it says, if staying in here for more than 2 rounds, please roll another Constitution save.
All right.
I like how the fearful and the anxious eater are both safe right now.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, you're good. All right, you're both good. The acid is still not burning through your clothes or harming you yet in this thing, but you feel it. Well, I mean, you just dumped more ice in this creature's belly than it's probably ever had, and it gurgles.
Ugh.
And a wave of slime goes across the floor, enough to hit you in the shins, Geralt. But Pepper, that's up to your waist.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you're
Pepper goes, this is not the first time I have been consumed by a large creature, and it shall not be the last.
Very confused.
As Pepper definitely decides that maybe it's time to get the hell out of here. And so myself, and I'll keep the illusions up at least for now.
Do they go away when they take damage?
That's actually a great question. They might. Each time they...
This would be like an AoE, so it would hit everybody inside the belly.
You must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target with 2 duplicates. Yeah, so... it just tells me what the AC is. So they will take damage. It's 10 plus my dex modifier, which means that they have a lot.
Ready? How many hit points of damage did you roll for yourself earlier?
For myself?
Yeah, when you rolled those d6s earlier, that was damage for yourself.
Oh, that was 12.
Okay, so they each take 12 points of damage.
Okay, so they're looking rough. But technically they are not down yet, not with my dex score as it currently stands. So
and you're climbing out.
Yeah, I'm like, and trying to get to the hole at the top, but the other 2, or the other 3 are probably a little like,
So as they're melting and giving the Terminator thumbs up as you crawl out, and we have the 2 other survivors up there. The only person down there now is the big bear hero. Stuck in the belly still.
A small squirrel hand pokes through this fleshy hole and goes, give me your paw!
Take the strong hand.
I just out of curiosity, can you give me an athletics there, Pepper?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I just want to see you.
I can try.
I swear, if you like 20 this,
I want a 20 so bad right now.
Everybody hold your breath. I got a 9.
Matt's dying off screen, literally.
Thing is like doubt. Just
I would like to just go ahead and like look like I'm reaching for her hand, and then just go ahead and just grab the edge.
The pass off, like.
Yeah. Is it possible to like grab the edge but leave my forefinger up for her to grab?
For camera purposes, 100%.
Excellent. I would like to do a pull-up, which is, although I am large and strong, I do have a fat backside. So, so do I need to roll a check for my strength?
Well, so everyone else has been doing athletics, and that's great. Like, athletics works for most of this, but for you, this is more about squeezing in the space.
Oh my god. You guys
in between.
Bigger hole.
Yeah, and it's not real easy. So do you have any skill that would help you squeeze? Normally, I believe it's acrobatics that you would be using to squeeze into something.
I'm a big old bear. I mean,
Cool. So give me an acrobatics. If you don't have any skill in it, you would.
boy.
And
You
I'm
choose your dex.
helping, right?
Oh, you're helping great.
Sure,
with mine.
sure. You didn't even make the aid roll with a 9.
I would like to pull off the most wonderful 5 I've ever rolled in my life. Does that
So
help?
it's that the camera is that split screen where it's just your ass hanging down, your upper half pulling yourself up, your head's against the bottom of the floor trying to get out, and the swarm moves through. You're going to be taking some damage, sir.
Oh no!
What did you roll? Five. Bill, what did you roll for damage against yourself earlier?
7.
You take 7 points of damage. You start getting nipped and bit. The rest of the party is safe. He's corked the hole.
I'm
You
still.
don't feel scared anymore, Nicholas. They're definitely not getting past him,
Yeah, they're eating my butt.
and you're stuck in between the floor and the back of this moving creature. Above you is the baggage area, which is where the shadow should be, the companion. What would the three of you who are not stuck in the hole like to do as a group? I will say combat is ended until he gets his butt out.
The best meat is in the rear.
Truth.
We cannot leave our friend for his backside to become bait. And I continue, and I'm trying to pull him through the hole.
You're like, what, you're not even 3 foot, are you?
What's a bigger hole?
I'm not even. I'm
So
not
you can
even.
stand
3
upright down here. You're hardcore tugging, standing upright.
I have started to panic again because just the environment here, and because I
Sure.
stress eat, I would like to start eating a hole with my jaw.
Well, this is a wooden floor above you, and there's a trap door. So think of this
you
like
think
a
it's a
house
trap
on top
door.
of a
Okay.
creature.
I got you. I will try to get the other door open.
Okay, if you want to try to open it, it is stuck or something's on it is not locked. It does move. Like when Nicholas bumped it did move, but something's on it.
Oh, I'm not strong enough for this.
Well, you can try an athletics to open it if you would like to try to open it, or you can use a spell or something along those lines. If you want to help each other, I will let you have advantage on the roll.
Nicholas will help.
I will. As I eat like the last meat sickles.
I can't
Cool.
doing that right now.
We're going to pause here. Your meat sickles, do they have a stick, or is it just a bone?
They're just like little nuggets.
Oh, they're frozen,
Little nuggets.
Frozen meat nugs.
Like think of when you
like jerky, but frozen.
and they have those cool little chicken nugget packs. Like
Oh
the
my
dinosaur ones,
lord!
but when you pull them out, they're covered in ice, and then there's the dinosaur shape on the inside. That's kind of what I'm envisioning right now, with the bug on the inside. It's covered in frost and stuff, and I just I paw the rest of them and my mouth is all full and stuff. And I would like to try to use this with Sir Nicholas and try to open this door.
Alright, here we go.
I literally just put down frozen meat nuggets. I have an idea.
Yes.
Sounds like a dope band.
Yeah, it does.
Athletics.
You got
check.
advantage.
Advantage now.
Yep.
Okay.
He's helping you.
Where's it at?
You can just roll
There it
dice.
is. There it is. Ooh, I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Yes, you are.
First one was a nat 1, but we got advantage though.
Yeah, let's double down on that.
17.
Woo! Between the two of you pushing this thing up, you lift it, and you push it over. And I'm going to move all your characters that are not stuck in a hole or helping. So we're going to put you here. And then we're going to move in Nicholas as well. So on the map, Nicholas is real big. He's a big boy.
Man.
I'm a thick boy.
That seems to be the team's problem at the moment.
It does
Thick
seem.
boys. A lot of thick boys.
We'll move you in.
Heavy individuals in the party.
Now, it is dark in here. Your dark vision, you can see there's a little bit of light to the west on the map. You hear low growls in the room, and you see the red eyes of your cat peer up and look through. The camera transitions back down to that side shot of our grizzly stuck and a squirrel trying to pull him through.
Can I cut the hole bigger?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. I give up. And I say, and I go over and I say, one hole was clearly not enough. As I stab in and try to widen the hole.
Okay.
That's right, Noir. Hold it in. Hold it in,
Okay.
Noir.
I know. Well, that definitely would hit. So total, I did with the extra 3, so that's 14 and 5 makes 19, makes 28 points for second hole.
Ooh, you cut a huge swath hole, making it easy for him to slide through now. He can belly crawl. My question to the both of you, then, you use your actions to cut it open. How do you want to make sure the creatures don't follow you?
Yeah.
Between the two of you. While the other ones are like, safety! And crawling into a warm, wood-covered...
But you know what I've got?
I don't know, what do you have?
A flask of oil.
Oh, you do.
I do.
You 100% have that thing.
I do. And as soon as all the bear parts are clear,
Okay.
not before.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna
Easy, done.
try to. I don't know if the hole's pretty large now. So there's not gonna be a way to cauterize it, but I can at least light down there on fire so they don't follow. So I'll kind of dump the oil down quickly.
Basically dissuade them.
Yeah, from entering, at least to slow them down so we can get up a level.
Okay, done. As you definitely dissuade them from being anywhere near this, as you both crawl through, the fire burns a little bit, and the oil, they don't want to come near it. And they leave you both alone. You are safe. Now you're standing and walking upright, but our grizzly is wedged between those two areas. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you get up into the baggage area between the two of you underneath? Is there anything said between the two of you crawling and walking? One bear crawling and the other one walking alongside. Is there any dialogue between you two?
I just simply say, I don't mean to alarm you, but your hiney is swelling.
Oh.
Insulting.
I mean, from the bites!
Yes, I believe we'll have to take care of that later. Is there anything we could put over the hole? Perhaps some of this baggage, just to stop them, just for a little while
You
longer?
do see it slowly closing itself.
It's like self-healing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It will just take time, but the fire is definitely enough to dissuade them from following you.
Excellent.
Okay,
Well,
sick.
I don't have anything else I need to do other than feel ashamed that my...
Well, then I will move us all up into our new area. And I will, now that I fixed Noir's stuff, we will get you all in here. So I guess I will start with the group as a whole. Inside this room, it is primarily made of wood. There's a little bit of light over a cage that has 3, looks like mastiffs in it. Across from that, just to the north, you can see a large cage with a large beast laying down that hasn't even growled or moved since you've gotten in here. And the damaged cage is the creature that Nira has been looking for. Nira, what is Shadow, this long, shaggy, furred-looking creature?
That's my little baby.
That's baby.
That's my
He ain't little.
Nira is most beautiful. I'm sorry. Shadow is the most beautiful, most precious displacer beast you ever did see. She looks very vicious, though. She doesn't look cute and cuddly like Nira describes. She looks like she mauls things in her sleep.
Sure.
But Nira loves this thing, and it loves Nira. So yeah,
Now,
I will go right to Nira, who's pretty baby, as it's like growling.
It's nuzzling the cage, and you can tell it's strong enough to just basically bust the cage, and it hasn't. It's been waiting for you. You told it to stay when it was loaded in his luggage. It has done its job. And when it nuzzles you, it like splits the wood on the cage, and the top is split open because there's 2 large appendages that come out and over with needles on them. As it uses the back of them and like wraps around you.
All right, who's your good baby? Who's your good baby? And then I'll be like, all right, nice and quiet, like we practice, like, come on out.
And it is a very stealthy creature because it is a displacer beast.
Yeah, and once it comes out, I want to give it a meat nugget. Be like, as a treat, just like, yeah.
And it softly lets it warm and then eats it.
Nice.
so it doesn't make a crunching noise. Now, in the distance, now that you're out here, you can hear the machinery of this thing forcing this creature to move, or at least directing it. Maybe not force. Now, you're all smart enough to know, you've done a little planning for you to come. If you go right, or, to the head of the creature, that is where engineering is. If you go left, that is where you're going to get into baggage, is where you're at now, and probably one other room, which is towing passengers.
Can I go look at that other beast?
Sure, if you want to move over there. And there's barrels and repair pieces in here and other people's luggage in here as well. There's just steamer trunks galore strapped to the walls inside of this moving creature that is tunneling. And you know it is heading towards the city you need to get out at, but this thing doesn't actually stop at that city.
Oh.
It tunnels under it.
Is there any way to tell that we are under the city? Is there?
Yeah.
You can see out the windows. It is moving down an already dug out road underneath, like a cavern. And there are signs. If you make a proper survival check, you can get an idea of where you're at.
I would like to make a proper survival check.
Sure. Improper would be if you're not trained, I guess.
You know what? Can I help with that?
Yeah, you could give him aid, or you can make your own.
Yeah, I'll do aid.
Roll with advantage.
Take some advantage.
Thank you. Okay, all right. Does a 12 work?
No, not right now. You don't know where you...
14.
14, yes, you do know. So you're roughly a day out.
Oh, I'm just gonna hibernate. You guys wake me up in a day. Is that?
What did your bare eyes see?
We have a day. We have another day before we'll make it.
The fungus growth through here is like a bright, glowing green on the walls. When you get nearer to where you need to go, it turns into like this purple and blue color as you get near the city. And they actually spark with a little bit of electricity that's residual from the protections that are on the city themselves. Now, you go up to look at the beast. You moved your way over. I want to do a quick hit point check for everybody. I know Matt's character took 7 points of damage, right? Did anybody else take damage?
Mm-mm.
No.
Dot,
did.
How much did you take?
I took 12 points of damage, which puts me at 47.
Cool. So you may notice on the map as you move your characters around, as you move to where you go, as you take damage, you will leave blood behind.
Don't
On
love
the
that.
map. Giving reasons to do things like short rests or long rests. Now, you do have a day until you are where you need to be. But, Nira, we're going to start with you because you walked over to the large beast. This cage is big, but the creature inside is larger. It's like sticking a koi fish inside of a fishbowl. It doesn't fit. It raises its head up and looks at you, and you see these glowing blue eyes. The floor is frosted over, out past where you're at, and as you walk closer, with even your passive stealth, there is a man on the other side. Now, these creatures are very different looking. They have these little tiny short hats, mole-like faces. I'll blow them up so that the cast can see them. His fingers are crossed as it makes its way over, and he goes, excuse me, ma'am, are you supposed to be in the passenger car?
As I like stress eat a little bit, I was looking for the bathroom, washroom.
That's in the passenger car.
Where am I at now?
You're in luggage.
Oh,
In repairs.
okay. That way?
The passenger car is back towards the front of the tunneler.
So that bathroom?
That way. And it points, and when he leans out, he sees everybody else there, and a grizzly bear going, well, I'm just going to hibernate, and starting to lay down in the middle of the passenger floor.
I dare say, we should blend.
And stealth. Like, even though I know we've been made, I'd like to hide now.
If you'd like to hide, please give me your stealth. You're actively stealthing, so give me a roll.
As he goes to look around, I kind of want to just block his way. So, question, what is that?
Oh, the creature. That is one of the passengers' pets.
That's
along with the other 3 on the other side of the boxes. We had to stack boxes because they were very aggressive towards any of the people who walked by. And you turn, and they've stacked, like, steamer trunks so you can't see the dogs, hoping that not seeing the little mole people walk by would not piss them off.
Oh, but that looks big. I don't.
He doesn't seem to care. He understands pretty well, though. Watch. And he walks over and he takes like a bone that he has, an oversized one. Go, here you go. And he hands it through it. It looks over and lets it drop. It slides it towards him and starts eating. He's very nice. Good manners.
Can I do like a investigation, survival, something to figure out what type of animal this is? Or
Yeah, you have nature?
Sure don't.
Well, you can still make a nature check if you'd like.
Cool.
Oh, the only thing it would fall under is if you would like to use Arcane. Arcana could give you that as well.
Arcana, please.
All right, give me a roll.
That'll be an 18.
I will let you know what the creature is, and you can ask one question about it. You didn't get too high of a check, but you know a little bit. This is known as a spellhound.
Ooh. That sounds awesome.
It has blue eyes. It has like a little bit of mist pouring off of it, but it is in almost prismatic colors. Its tail that is wrapped around it is semi-translucent the further away from the body it gets. But it looks like a oversized, long, almost bat ear-like wolf. You get one question. What would you like to know?
This is difficult.
Mm-hmm. And the rest of the party's hiding. Well, the smart person's hiding. The bear is sleeping. I don't know what the squirrel's doing. So we'll get to that.
Oh, this is a spellhound.
Yeah, we were told that no magical items near it. It can make them, well, not work anymore. 2 magical items on you? You're probably carrying your staff with the lantern on it, right?
Well, I disabled the lantern. I don't have any weapons out right now.
Okay.
Yes, I do have magical
if
stuff.
it smells magic, sometimes it'll roar, howl, and everything in the area stops working. We had to put it in here with a muzzle on, but it can open its mouth some, but I was told by its owner that it wouldn't do anything like that. I'm just worried, because if it shuts off the machinery, we're stuck.
What are the primary uses of a spellhound?
Spellhounds are very vindictive. They usually work with a master, and they are usually saved from a hag. So basically, like, hags would use them for nefarious deeds, and people will save them as pups or when they're older and retrain them. But most of all, you know that they are magical predators and can smell the odor of arcana in the air.
All of this is being said out loud, right?
Yeah,
So
she knows that last part. Everything the mole man has said, the molekin, 100% you can hear back there. He's not being quiet. The machine's loud, but it's pretty open.
Pepper is covered in magical items.
I know.
I would that bathroom just this way to the right or
the
left.
other way, past us. Go back the way you came from. Not this way. You don't want to go that way. You want to go the other way.
There's no restroom that way. What's that way?
Back. That's just engineering where we fix stuff.
Okay, and then so this way
you go forward.
Okay, cool. And then as I'm saying this, can I feel like I have to leave Shadow here.
Well, I would recommend that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Be like, all right.
Sorry, I don't think you have your emotional support animal card for a Displacer Beast.
Well, they have the jacket.
He has a jacket. Get the fuck out of here. He doesn't have a jacket on right now.
They have the emotional support animal jacket on.
Just a bright orange jacket. So,
and it says ask before petting.
While Nira is having these discussions with the mole people, what would the rest of the party be doing as if I'm mistaken, if I'm wrong, Matt, you said I'm just going to sleep here. We got a day.
Yeah, right. I that's not very helpful if I do that.
No, but
Sir Nicholas, would you
yes.
like to go to the passenger cart? I believe we may be ticketed, and we do not have tickets if we go in there.
I was going to try and sneak my way to engineering. I figured it'd be the best way to stop this place once it gets to the city that we're going to.
Smart move. Excellent. All right, begin making your way that way. It's excellent advice. Let's see. I think I'll make my way as well to engineering.
Are you going to sneak?
I mean, how? I mean,
I don't really know how you're going to sneak through. Think of this like a rail or a train. You're going to be moving through groups of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's probably more than one passenger car going through. You're guessing. It's got to be long, because when you boarded this thing, you were stowed away in its belly when they fed it. Instead of being passengers on it, because you don't want to be known you're here for a reason. And we'll get to that.
So really quickly, could I attempt an Arcana check on the Spellhound to see exactly how this thing works?
Yeah, absolutely. You heard Spellhound. You run it through your memory banks. Let's see what you know here. Since you're probably the most magical person here, I think.
Yeah. I am the wizard. That is going to be a 19.
I'll give you two questions. You already know the stuff that Athena's character knows, Nira. Just in passing, you know they howl. You know that they can turn off magical items. They can't do it all the time, is something I will add to that for you.
All right. So
it's very limited.
The question I have is, does the caster or the magic item have to be next to this thing, or can the magic effect happen next to it to make it do the howl thing?
So it can be commanded to, if it has a trainer or an owner, it can be commanded to do the howl. Or if it feels like it's doing its job. They are pretty intelligent. But if it's hunting magic and it's near you, it's going to do it just to stop you from being able to cast spells.
So it won't
magical items.
So, like, if you cast an illusion next to it, it won't sense the magic and then freak out.
Oh no, it will smell it, and it may howl.
Okay, cool.
I see what you're asking me. Yes, it would smell the magic.
Awesome.
Pretty far out.
Question number 2: Would it howling shut the caravan down? Would that stop?
100%. The area you're in would shut down the gears and all the magic that makes this thing walk right now, and you would be stuck here.
All right. In that case, I'd just like to message.
I hear your plan in your head.
Yes.
And I approve.
And basically, Nicholas is going to go, well, on second thought, maybe we don't have to go all the way to engineering. If we find a way to sneak into the passenger cart, then we could just simply cast a spell and shut the caravan down and exit that way. Or we could try and sneak our way all the way to engineering.
I believe the passenger cart is the best way to go.
Yep.
I think I agree.
So the passenger car is a group? Is that the game plan?
Except, Pepper, you said this is luggage?
It sure is luggage. Floor to ceiling. I was waiting for it.
Does this creature, these hounds, have a tag that has an owner name on it?
Ooh.
It does. What languages do you have, though?
Oh, you know.
Gotta keep that luggage safe-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I speak common and thieves can't, and then I think my race has a kind of specific...
It is in thieves can't.
It is in thieves can't? Nope. What's it say?
Do you want the party to know?
I will probably tell them regardless when we get to that point, but...
You may not.
Oh! Then, no! Is it bad?
It is not the best thing. You know what? I will send it to you right now in Discord so you can take a look at it.
Cool.
Go ahead, really keep your secrets.
As I look in Discord, I'm like, what is it saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It
Oh, no.
Oh, bad. This could be bad. Okay. Well, I guess I'm probably trying to figure out what the most expensive piece of luggage in here is, and then
there is a gold leaf gilded piece. You know that it would come from one of the nobles out of the Gilded Glade where you guys came from.
What is the likelihood that it's locked?
Oh, pretty good, but you can pick it if you want. You've had plenty of time while she's talking to the Molekin to scurry around and look at locks.
I imagine that the thieves' cant just catches my eye, maybe as we collect
things aren't usually written in thieves' cant, but you do notice that every tag on every piece of luggage is written in thieves' cant.
Which is, that's like a whole thing. So, first off, since I'm just going through, I shouldn't bring out this magical item.
You sure can.
I think, I imagine everybody's like talking about these creatures, and I see this as an opportunity to open this gold piece of luggage, and I go reach for a magic thing just in time, maybe, to hear them say magical items, and I freeze like a squirrel does in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of your car.
Right in front of the car?
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't know which way to go. And then I make a really intelligent decision to not bring it out yet. But I will go ahead and try to pick the lock regardless.
Okay, so you pull out your lock picks. You're scurried up next to it. They're distracted. I'm not going to make you stealth. You're small. There's a big bear here. There's a shadow caster and someone talking. Yeah, you tuck your tail.
So you just need a sleight of hand check.
You do. First off, would you like to use perception to see if it's trapped or anything?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's probably a good call here. It was a 13 on the sleight of hand and a 25 on the perception.
Okay. Now,
is it?
It is not trapped, but you do read it in Thieves' Cant. It says it is from the Gilded Glade, and the second symbol that's there, you can tell they are marking luggage to get lost.
It's a scam?
There are people here that are marking luggage to get lost. Now, I would like to point out your ideal, Dot.
Oh, which one?
Your ideal.
Yes, my ideal. Yes, no, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't steal from others in the trade.
Correct.
I don't know.
This one is not marked to get lost. The one next to it that is beaten up and kind of in bad shape is marked to get lost. Like, lose this luggage when we land.
Is the creature's cage marked the same to be lost?
It is not.
Oh,
the creature's is not, and that name is important.
Okay, would I recognize that name, or do I just bank it?
Oh, yeah.
Now? Okay, great. Oh, right, duh. Okay, yeah, okay. I have that great moment, as all thieves do, where I debate my ideals in front of this shiny case, and I decide that my ideals of not stealing from others in my trade kicks in.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you an inspiration for that.
Great. I really, it's that moment of like, oh, I had this magic thing that could do the thing, and there's probably something gold in here, and my little paws get kind of sweaty as I try to figure this out while they're over my shoulder doing real investigative work. I managed to get it together. I put everything back. I note the tags. I try to note a couple that are supposed to get lost.
Sure. I'll say you get a handful in the area.
A couple. And then I come over and see this piece with the thieves' cant. And,
yes. It's on the cage.
Right. And as we hear, I gotta get all the names right. Nicholas. As we hear Nicholas say that maybe we should take ourselves back. You see Pepper kind of come out of nowhere and go, yes, I think this is a prudent idea. It shall serve us well, since these creatures should not be around magical items, and there might be some, and we don't belong in luggage. And I'm kind of like, there's something wrong. Ask me what's wrong. But don't do it here in front of the mole people.
So there is always that. There's always that passage area between train cars where you can like kind of bump and talk and pass things off. So if there's any safe area to talk in, you got a few moments in passing between cars to chat if you would like to do things inconspicuously. So right now, no one is following you. So unless I say someone's following you, these in between areas are pretty safe.
Excellent.
Yes. Shall we tally forth?
Oh
if you go that way, that'll take you to the first passenger car.
Right.
The other one is empty. We're traveling very light today.
Let's go to the empty one.
Oh, the empty one is off. It's locked. It's off limits.
Then why tell me about what?
I was just letting you know there's only one car, so you don't wander around. You know, and you look silly.
Why is that card locked?
Because there's no one in it. We don't have enough people to watch it all.
I would like to lean in and go, but so when
He leans in.
the washroom, I need like a private washroom, you know what I'm
There is a
saying?
private one in the next area.
Like, no, but like, I had a little bit of something that's messing with my stomach, and it might just, I don't know how to say this, lady, like, nature might call a little more powerful than what most...
Give me a deception roll. I'm sorry, I don't think your frozen meat nuggets are actually bothering your stomach. Please give me a deception.
Oh, goodness.
Or performance. I'll accept performance as well if you're a performer.
17.
He goes, well, I could escort you to the private one, the car up if you'd like.
I mean, that would be divine.
Follow me. And he leads ahead. That means you lose your privacy in the thoroughfare asking this guy to lead you through.
But we're going to the private cart now.
So he opens up the car. He said, go through. I'll meet you at the next door. And he opens the car and let you all go through. And I will move us to the next car, which means you lose your chance to have a private conversation without rolls.
Oh, okay.
So, in the next car, which it'll load in a sec, you can see plenty of people in here. I put your characters here, but you can put yourself in any marching order you'd like to be. We're not in combat right now. There is a lot of pedestrians and travelers on here. The bathroom is the first one here when you walk through, if you did want to use the one here. The next car is a duplicate, so I'll just move you off to the side and he'll walk you to the next car. It's just empty. It's the same exact kind of car.
Yeah.
There is some larger seats here, here and here, these two. There's large seats on one side, smaller ones on the other. There is a big gray-furred bear folk there that is currently working and writing on a table. They have little glasses on and they're writing. When you get into the next area, there's a table with lighting and a rug down. Two molekin are bickering with each other and arguing. They have a flat piece of luggage between them. They seem to be playing a card game. And then the next one is empty, which this one here is empty, which you could all sit in. And then further up, when the molekin that was with you continues walking with you, leading you to the car, he opens the next door and leads you into the next one. You can see there are two people talking. They are very quiet in what they're saying. Their lanterns are dimmed. And in the back corner of this one, there is a robed individual with nobody else sitting with them. Anytime the molekin walk by to ask for stuff, they do not talk to that person. They just ignore them. Like they're not there. Like they don't even want to make eye contact. And there are people who walk around that are doing service and helping out. So that's the scene I will give you. Now, did anyone want to try to have a private conversation? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I don't mean to.
Put yourself where you want to be in the train car doing it. It is important.
I was about to say I would stay as slow walking as possible.
Do you guys...
I'm going to pink dot the one here. This pink dot means it's someone who works here and it's not just one of the passengers, okay?
Thank you. What
So
did you
I'll
say,
put
Athena?
them here.
I said maybe you would like to use the private restroom as well.
Oh, yes! We do love to use the restroom together.
Well, then come along if you're coming to. It's a one-stall kind of bathroom.
Well, the more the merrier, really. Just,
He looks around. He's like,
It's mostly because, I live in nature. And
I don't really need to hear the reason.
modern
I don't want to know.
Nowadays is for.
I don't want to know. And he just like keeps walking forward and opens the car and lets you to. And he has no desire to hear any of the reasons that you need to go to the bathroom together.
I say loud enough so the other two members of the party can hear. Yes, this one shall be difficult. Maybe we need more hands.
And sometimes the passing.
Listen, I am gonna need either like a good diplomacy or a bluff or something.
I'll roll a deception check for
this guy to believe you need a grizzly bear and a man in a mask to come hold your tail up.
I mean, it's the tail. It's mostly
not for her. It is
a deception roll at
Ours
22.
Losing it right now.
A 22 deception.
22. He goes, one more. I want one more. And then I gotta wait for you there, and I need to get back to work.
Nicholas might best be suited for this task. Because I remember earlier he spoke with message, so he could relay.
Yes, he did.
Said message to.
Okay. So 3 of you move. Just put yourselves in this dark spot that's over here. We'll consider that the bathroom for all intents and purpose. Which means that we leave as the camera watches and Matt as Geralt, right? Geralt. That's how you do it.
Aww.
As you see your entire group leave through the door for the first time in a while, because you've been riding in this thing for about a day. You're slimy. You're kind of dirty. You're by yourself.
Excellent. I would like to take a seat across from the other bearkin. Right here. I've moved myself there.
This bearkin is larger than you are.
Oh, okay. Well, I am
8 foot.
intimidated, and I will not talk to them now because I'm self-conscious.
They pull the glasses down, they turn and look, and says, "You're welcome to come over and sit with us if you'd like." And he says us.
Oh. Well, then I would...
You don't see anyone else.
It's good to see a fellow bearkin on the train here.
As you come in and sit across, on the table in front of them, there is this small, black shadow. When you sit, it morphs into a toad.
Oh. Well, hello.
With human eyes.
Ooh, gross. Hello. I say to the toad-like creature as I peer down towards it.
It turns and looks at you in perfect, like your language, goes, "Welcome. Are you here too for the travels?"
I am. Whereabouts are you headed?
You don't need to speak to him that way. He just, it's a spell that lets it speak. What can I do for you? What would you like something to drink? Some honey mead or...
Honey mead sounds fantastic. Say, what are you writing there? It looks like some important work. I'd like to kind of peer at it.
Oh, he puts his hand over it, covers it.
Oh, my apologies. Did I get to peer anything before he...
Give me perception. Let's see how quick you were.
Okay.
Actually, no, give me an initiative. Not even perception. Give me an initiative.
Okay.
I want to see if you're quicker than they were.
17.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. Yes, you can see. It is an assassination list.
Oh, did I get to check any names on that?
Sure, you're on it.
Fantastic. I would like to go ahead and bristle my fur unconsciously.
And it has a bunch of the people who work within the Gilded Glade court. And I would like to point out that your background. What is your background there, buddy?
Oh, shoot, I just closed that out.
You shouldn't close your character sheet ever. We're playing a tabletop game.
My background.
Space is so limited.
It really is.
Just double-click the name. It puts it right at the top.
I did.
Roll 20.
I'm looking for my background here.
Upper right-hand side.
Bio in that purple box.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yes.
There is nothing.
Courtesan.
There's nothing.
Yes, there is. It says courtesan. Oh, you have it on dark mode, don't you?
Yeah. So...
Oh, is there other stuff?
Do you...
No, that's right. It's courtesan.
That's a courtesan, yeah.
You're a courtesan for the Gilded Glade.
Oh, no, it just says that he works for the Gilded Glade.
Yeah, it says courtesan on mine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
which means that you work directly with the Gilded Glade. And at what point in time you were a courtesan? Maybe still are. That's up to you.
I think, yeah, I have that on here on my actual notebook here. So he wants to assassinate me. He's not a friend.
Oh, you're on the list. You're not crossed off, but you are sitting with him, and he did just give you honey mead.
Yes, I would like to not drink that.
Oh, drink up. It is a fantastic fortified honey mead.
Oh, I'd like to say a little prayer before I take anything. So I'm just gonna bow my head. Is there any way that I could cast a spell on it to purify it at all?
Do you have a spell in your list to purify it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't take it. Oh, motherfucker. I can't do a holy.
You can stomach it. It'd be a Constitution save if you're worried.
You know what? No, yeah, because I have advantage on that kind of stuff. Let me drink it.
Cool.
Let me just sip it right in front of him.
This specifically gives you disadvantage on your roll, so it's a straight roll.
Ooh. Okay.
As you sip it, you immediately can taste it, and his eyes peer through the little tiny lenses he has.
Does a nat 20 work for me?
Oh, shrug it off. Would you like to finish the whole mug?
Yeah.
Like one fell bottom up. As you finish it and you set it down, it transitions to the three people in the bathroom stall together, and the old man shutting the door going, "Let me know when you need to go back." And he shuts the door, and all three of you are crammed in a one-person stall.
Okay.
The good news is I'm tiny.
You are.
This is uncomfortable.
I will actually, we gotta keep up appearances,
Wait. What do you mean by that?
Well, it seems prudent to use it while we're using it.
Yes. So there's waste left behind.
Evidence.
Yes,
I'm
evidence.
cursed by the darkness.
I would.
So one of you sits down? Is that what I'm hearing here? Or are you
Yes.
just going to dump a bunch of junk in it?
I will sit down.
Because I will remind you, this isn't modern times with a handle where you flush. It just fills a bowl that has a furry seed on it.
It's very palpable.
Very graphically descriptive there. Yes, I will sit down and make.
There was nothing graphic. I Patton Oswald that thing. Thank you very much.
I will make a deposit to said unit.
Okay.
And then
So you sit down with the other two. Are you two just facing the door then?
Yeah,
I am
my
not making
back
eye
to
contact.
it. Oh, I have no problems whatsoever. This is just the way of the world. I stand with my back to the door and I say,
Standing on the towel rack. Check.
Yes, yeah, I have news.
yes, and what is news? What was so obvious?
Keep your voices down.
Okay, I
it
got
seems.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You hear the footsteps walk away.
Easy.
actually, you know what? I hand you a ball bearing so that you can make a plunk.
Can I just stand up for a second and throw it down?
Oh, no, backsplash. I can't shoot.
I'll tell you what. Whoever wants to roll the deception, I don't care who rolls it, has advantage. It's a pretty low DC. Let's be honest. No one stands outside the stall. You ever been to a sporting event? No one is this close to the door waiting.
Yeah, it's like a festival. You
This
stay
guy
20
walked
feet out.
away.
Yeah.
Wanting to know.
Perfect. Would you like to roll that deception?
Who's better at it between the two of you?
I
You
am
rolled the
not.
ball bearing.
I guess I am. Oh, I rolled it now. Oh, but it was with advantage, right?
It's advantage.
17. 17.
Okay. 17. He walks away, giving you privacy. What conversation happens inside this tiny black stall with a tiny lantern that you can adjust the light in, with this brown towel rack with a brown towel on it?
Why is everything so brown? Color of nature.
Well, dude, you don't have time to clean it on a 3-day trip. You got to hide that stuff.
I start getting really anxious again, and I search for the rest of my meat nuggets.
You're welcome.
Oh, you were not.
And I'm just,
Oh, now you're going to eat me.
You're not shooting while you reload right now.
you down on this, and then I will ask Pepper, what news do you have? What is so urgent? Whisper.
Yes, I shall.
Oh, my God.
I found something in the luggage. All of the tags have thieves' cant written upon them, which I can, of course, read as a thief myself. But most importantly, the tag on the
Spellhound?
the hounds, the spellhounds
Yes.
case. I have worrying news.
Well?
They belong to Iragog himself.
Irigog.
Well, that's the person you're supposed to be finding. Or, well, going to where they are to capture them.
It seems that these hounds are being delivered to him, and most importantly, someone on this creature is running a scam. They are marking luggage to be lost and luggage to not be lost.
Okay.
Which is really rather clever, honestly.
Was any of our stuff marked to be?
No, because you're carrying it all. You guys did not buy tickets.
Yeah, we didn't buy tickets, so therefore we don't have luggage, I guess,
The only luggage is Shadow.
All right, so I feel like the best course of action would be to follow once we get off.
It's true.
Well, remember, you have to get off at the city, and this is not stopping there.
So, speaking of stopping the caravan, I figured that I might be able to conjure up a bit of an illusion to cause the spell hounds to have a little bit of a worry and shut the whole caravan down. We escape in the midst of the collapse. Easy breezy, beautiful.
Like
Caravan girl.
Caravan.
So
I think this is a very good plan. But my question is, if we are seeking Irigog, and these creatures are going to him,
Can I roll a nature check on the spellhound to see if we take it with us, will it go back to its master?
You're guessing. You're pretty smart in general. You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, they're either being delivered or they are luggage, which means
He's on the caravan with us.
possibly.
oh,
do we know what
you think he's on board?
we know what he looks like, correct?
You do not.
Will we give in a
No
description?
one has ever seen him. Only that he is a master of hounds.
Maybe it's that one dude that no one talked to.
That's
This
what
is a
I
good
was
thought.
thinking.
And there's also a possibility that he has paid off the mole men,
To ignore him.
mole folk, to ignore him or put him on a cart himself. For we did hear that it is.
The one you're in is empty.
So the real problem is how do we determine who he is?
Well, I could always try this, and I am a changeling, so one of the things that I would like to do right now is to change into the individual that was sitting under the robes, the one nobody talked to, and I take off the mask once the change is done, and I can go, we can always see if his hounds react.
Okay, so you did see his face in passing. Are you good at... Is it just a physical change, or do your clothes change as well?
It's just a physical change.
Okay. I could say easily you peel the mask away, and I'm for some reason envisioning that sound of like a suction noise. Is it like peels away the old face and leaves a new one behind, and you look like the person who was sitting in there. They have elven-like features, like they have the really almond-shaped eyes, but the outside edge of their eyes, instead of being white, are a bright green.
So that's a great idea, but how are we going to explain to the guy that, and then you have to walk past him again?
Let's put your mask on.
I would just, and then he just does a wipe on his face, and then it's your face looking back at you, and he just goes, I would just change.
Well, that's not unnerving.
Oh, okay, all right, I got it.
You guys have a plan? Is that what I just heard?
Yes, I think we're getting a plan formed right now.
Okay. What's the plan, Stan?
So once,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at some point we go back to the passenger cart. One of us I would then sneak my way into the luggage to see if I can get confirmation from the hounds that they recognize the individual there. If so, it's most likely our target. Once we confirm that, we can shut down the caravan and try and acquire our target.
Okay. Now, I do have one question for the three of you as you're making your plan. Are you going to wait? Because time is basically what you want it to be, except for maybe Geralt's death. Everything else is definitely on your timetable.
Okay.
Do you want to wait until you are near where you're supposed to be departing?
I would leave
Or
that
do you
up
want to
the
do
team.
it now?
I feel
Because then you're walking
so
the rest of the way. If he's not here. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't actually know yet.
Sir Nicholas, question: is your transformation magical? That is a very prudent question. I do feel like we should ask here. Because that itself would trigger the Hellhound or the Spellhound.
No, this city goes back to just a regular human face that you've never seen before.
Just what they can do.
This is biological. It's like yawning or pooping, I suppose, would be a much rather appropriate.
So this is what I proposed. We make friends, we meet some people, we figure out who everyone isn't or is, and then we make that decision, you know what I mean? By, like, process of elimination, like, if we only have 2 people left, then we know it's one of those 2. There?
Then one of you would have to take the lead on that. I'm not good at
And outside you hear the knock. Is everything okay in there?
It is a mess!
Oh my goodness.
It is quite difficult.
It's everywhere.
All hands required.
Yep.
At least the wall.
He just walks away again. And the mole man walks by, leaves you in the car, walks all the way through, says something to the other mole man, and as you guys are discussing, feel free to talk in either the Roll20 chat or between you. As it passes Matt's character, the mole man walks by and he side glances at Geralt sitting there and goes, "Your friends seem very sick." And he continues walking by, transitioning it back to you with your name on an assassination list. What would you like to do?
I'll lean over to the mole man. It's like I'll go check into that. I'm actually not feeling too well myself. As I lean towards the other bearkin, say I thank you for the honey mead. I didn't catch your name.
Would you like something to settle your stomach? I have more with me if you would like.
Oh no, perhaps later. I think I shall visit the restroom myself. I didn't catch your name. I am Geralt.
Oh, are you? You're Geralt. I've heard of you. You're the one of the courtesans for the Gilded Glade, correct?
Oh, I didn't realize that my name had so much renown.
Well, I do keep track of everybody who is part of the courts. I wish to be part of the Gilded Glade's courts, but I was unfortunately told no.
Oh, well, my apologies for that. Perhaps one day your wish will be fulfilled.
Okay. My name is Tarlo.
Tarlo, I greet you, Tarlo. Thank you. Thank you for the mead, and if you'll excuse me, I'll...
Well, I hope you feel better.
Well, thank you. I shall return, and I'm going to go ahead and start moving towards...
Not so fast.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little bit about courtesan stuff. You're playing a hidden game in the Fey Realms, and this man is playing it with you. I would like to point out a little table here. So, when you are in the presence of someone else who thinks they're a courtesan or has any form of say or power or anything along those lines at all, the things you say mean more than what you say in this kind of shadowed tongue.
Gotcha.
I'm going to need either deception or diplomacy for you to exit this conversation with them gracefully.
I'm going to crap my pants.
because they obviously are trying to keep you here for a conversation to see if the poison kicks in. You know you've been poisoned. They know that you've been poisoned, but do they know that you know that you've been poisoned?
Okay.
Because you're acting like you're sick. So I'm kind of thinking that's probably deception.
Yeah. All right.
Or performing, if you're performing as a courtesan. I don't know if you do.
I have neither.
Oh, excellent.
8 for my deception.
Okay. Since we're doing the courtesan game, I'm happy to give you an inspiration if you would like to use it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use that.
Works for me. Did it work for you?
No.
So I'm gonna move something over to this table to help you out. there is a table for courtesan stuff when you are dealing with the Fey courts and dealing with people who are part of the Fey courts. And what can happen? It can stain your name or cause problems. So I'm going to blow this up so everybody can see it here. And I'll move it to the very front of the pack. So what did you get a total of?
4.
4. You missed it by at least -8. He looks at you and goes, I am sorry you are leaving a conversation with me. I thought we were in the middle of courtly graces here.
Forgive me.
I demand that you stay here and continue our conversation.
And I demand that I need to go see the restroom, good sir.
The old man walking by goes, of course he does, and continues walking by into the back of the car. Are you going to try to exit this? Because right now you're earning some negative points with him that will be accrued for later.
Already.
Or do you even care?
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like, oh, the court is in the courts. You're trying to murder me.
Hey man, it's a dark game.
This is like, please forgive me. Duty calls. My acquaintances and friends are stuck in the restroom unwell, and I must check on them. It's only proper since I was asked by our hosts, the mole men, and forgive me for my ill manners. I apologize, but I shall return, and I will make it up to you. I promise.
I'll give you an advantage on that. That's a good roll. I'll give you an advantage for that little speech you gave me.
Okay, all right. First one, not too bad. Oh, it's the same thing. All right. 8.
So he goes, well, if you happen to feel sick and you'd like to continue conversations, and he moves his hand off to the side, you can see there's a small vial on the table. I would be happy to continue talking to you.
Thank you.
Basically showing I have an antidote if you want to come back.
Yeah, I shall.
You know you're fine. You don't feel sick.
Yeah, I shall return, but I'm going to continue just leaving.
And he turns and starts speaking to the toad as you walk away. Where are you heading to? As the group who has been talking amongst themselves, where are you all meeting up? Actually, I shouldn't say that. Are the three of you coming back to the main passenger car, or are you going further into the tree?
Yes.
So I have a question.
Ask away. What would the squirrel like?
Above table, do we know where this is actually going? Where it's supposed to stop?
Yes. This is actually going to a hole in the Shadow Realm to let people leave here back into Midgard.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And basically, the Shadow Road, this thing must have a way to either passenger it or the engineers know how to use it to pass through one of the tears so they can go back into Midgard. Because there are places where you can do that.
Okay. Then I say to, just before we exit this very friendly bathroom situation, Pepper will look to you and go, wait! I have remembered. Not only was the tags written in Thieves' Camp, but they used it to mark certain things to be lost and not lost. What if instead we what was his name? Still learning things.
Iragog?
Iragog. What if we out Iragog by marking his luggage to be lost? He shall surely be upset, and instead we have it delivered to where we are, or where we are going.
Well, you're jumping ship.
Right, but sometimes when your luggage gets lost, they ship it somewhere. So, if we change his address or, maybe
you can write something else in Thieves Can't, send it back to the Gilded Glade, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We could basically use their system against him that they already have in place.
I will say that is very smart. It is definitely something you can do. You have Thieves Can't. It would take a little bit of writing and some time back there, but I would say you're small enough with one stealth check. If you want to go back there and rewrite a bunch of the luggage, by all means, I'm in.
Would be easier, and I imagine keeping him since this creature is making its way back to Midgard.
I like your thinking. We need to. So, Mr. Frankhouse, could you please check
Yes.
the Discord real quick? Please.
I sure can. I love sneak.
That is the scene I want to leave behind.
Okay. Oh, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna cherry bomb the toilet.
Do you
Oh my
have alchemy or spells or something you'd
No,
like to use to do?
I don't want to leave like spells. It's just this.
You want smoke?
scene. I want to leave chaos in this restroom to make it seem like I really did need help. And
Are you using smoke? Are you using smoke sticks? What are you doing? There's 3 of you in here to make this happen. I didn't know you're trying to cause a distraction, like pull people to this area to put out the fire.
to help her get to the back.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
I don't want to use the spell because of the Hellhound, though. So is there?
Oh, they're pretty far away from you. They're like over 100 foot away. I would say that Nicholas would know that that's outside of the distance of knowing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's outside the range of
let me
most spells,
see
so it
if
most
there
likely.
is.
Like you could just use like flaming sphere.
I was gonna.
minor
Did you,
illusion.
Look in the Roll20 chat. Would that work?
What do we got here? Pup. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. By harnessing the elemental power of fire, you warp nearby air into obscuring smoke.
It stinks so
So
bad.
you all walk out of this like a rock concert?
Well, I just want that toilet to look like
It is smoking and people are gonna show up.
Huh?
People are gonna yes, it is smoking.
Perfect.
People are gonna show up. I'll tell you what. Without a dot, Pepper, if you want to get the back, I won't even make you roll.
I
Great.
I need some help, and I want to grab like a piece of my shirt, rip it, and just start trying to wipe. And like,
There's a towel in there. You can just start wiping with the towel that's in there.
yes, but I'm smearing, not cleaning.
Oh, you're smearing like
I need to leave.
melted meat everywhere.
I'm trying to clean it, but it's not
Disgusting.
helping.
Wow.
Cool.
I will-
We've all been to that rest station stall. As the camera cuts to you screaming for help, or the other 2 leaving.
Yes, as soon as the door opens, I will cast minor illusion to make it smelly, and I come out like gasping for
And
air
you're
to make
running.
the deception.
So sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Nicholas, are you going to look like the guy who's sitting in the corner, or are you going to?
I'm just
Look
bland
like you.
human mask,
Okay.
mask on, and I am just. I know people are gonna be coming this way, so I'm just trying to.
Geralt, the doors fling open.
Yeah.
As you only see Nicholas run through, or human actually, Nicholas's robes, not him, because he's just dressed, right? And smoke billowing from the front of it. You have no idea what they've done. This was not part of the plan.
Gotcha. I would like to I'm going to take up the entire aisle away. And if I can't do it with my body, I'd like to use feign my sickness in my stomach to kind of like lean over and block some stuff. And so that I can lean over to Nicholas, or I'm assuming Nicholas because I know the person.
You've worked together enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to whisper, and it's like, back row, bearkin, we've been made. And then, I guess assassin. I guess it's like assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or assassin.
Yeah.
And that could be assassin of character or assassinating, like killing you. Like, you don't know.
I'm assuming assassin to kill.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. And then I'd like
if
to
necessary, I'll handle it.
I'll handle it. Okay. Sure enough, Mole can start running. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Fire. Excuse me. We need to get to the problem up front, please. And they're like trying to get by your furry ass.
Towels, and I start stress eating. I'm just trying to find something to eat. Probably out of nuggets by this time. I'm just not.
And am I right to say that Pepper's dashed out and gone?
Yes, this is the distraction I need to go change tags.
I would also
All right.
like to make my way towards the passenger seat. Not the passenger, the luggage, if I can.
Okay, so
as well.
2 of you are going in the luggage. Now, squirrels are tiny.
Yeah.
Pepper can easily navigate through. When you start walking by, you see 2 moles run by. You molekin run by. They work here. And you make your way towards the passengers area, past the passengers area, into the baggage area. There is nobody here. If the 2 of you need a private conversation with no possible eavesdropping, now would be the time between the 2 of you. between Pepper and Nicholas.
So I had to move to get out of the Molkin's way. Can I go ahead and just take a seat by that hidden character there?
100%.
Okay, I'm going to
across or in front of, like that. Okay, I like that. Perfect. All right,
I'm done.
cool. You're there. We'll get to it. Two of you passengers going to the baggage. What do you want to do?
Yes. Pepper, I still wanted to satisfy my curiosity about the spell hound and the rogue figure up ahead, so I still wanted to try that. I suppose you can use your thieves' cant to have his goods shipped to us?
Mm-hmm.
Righto! Pip pip.
Okay. All right. We've got the plan. All right. Just move on ahead.
For the idea of having time pass back here, how much luggage, how big of a kerfuffle is Pepper causing? Are you we have time? We're probably 10 hours out from destination.
Oh, I got 10 hours.
Are you gonna mess with every piece of luggage back here?
You know what? Not every piece of luggage. No. I only the ones that they wanted lost.
Mm-hmm.
Are not gonna. I'm gonna aim to make sure they don't get lost because
Where
it's
are you
very
sending
clear.
I'm making.
If I can, I was about to say if I can, the ones that are marked to be lost, I would actually like to just. How do I want to do that?
So this is leaving from where you went, going to Midgard. Mm-hmm. We are passing by the city that you are supposed to jump off at, which is where Iragog is supposed to be. Technically. So how this hound is getting transported, that hasn't been solved yet.
It's still a question. I would like to make sure this one says return to Cinder. So I want the dogs to go back.
Okay.
I want him to not get his dogs. That's step number one. And then I think it would be smart to try to get rid of the markings, if possible, that mark the ones to be lost. Okay. And then I would like to mark the ones like this gold piece of luggage, the really wealthy stuff that was supposed to make it to be lost. So basically I want to switch I want to fudge it all up. But the only one that gets...
So you are messing with everything then?
Yeah, if I can, I'd be like, ooh, this is it.
So in a furry flurry, you see Pepper running around, swapping tags, repenning stuff in, moving things around. As Nicholas, you calmly walk back to the back of this. I will take us back to luggage. And the way I'm going to do that, let's see here. Let's go to baggage here. I'll take everybody for this tense purpose. I'll move the characters who are not here off of here. So we got the squirrel, Pepper, Nikolai, and we will get rid of you, and we will get rid of you. There is only one Molkin walking around back here, and right now he is working in this back area. He's kind of pacing around in the back. It looks like he's working on stuff, and you hear him tinkering. Doesn't seem to be paying attention right now. The other ones have ran to the front because there's a fire.
Okay. Right. So it's relatively empty.
A fire. And Shadow's back here. And the cage is busted and it's just laying there waiting.
Okay. I want to say when I'm about right around here, that's when I change my face.
Sure.
Then I'm going to
Can you turn into anything, Noir? Or is it humanoids only? Could you turn yourself into a Molkin?
I think I
can. They're considered humanoid. You can.
Here I'm gonna put it.
I can tell you, I haven't pulled up. I'll tell you right now, just for you, because being a Molkin might even be easier.
Yeah, I was gonna do that on the way back.
Gotcha.
So I can change my appearance and my voice. I get to determine coloration, hair.
You can.
Yeah.
Would you like to be a Molkin instead?
You can appear as a member of another race. Look at that.
Well, after I confirm with the Spellhound if it recognizes me or not, then
okay, so you're going to walk up looking like this person. So it is eating as you walk to the cage. During the time that Pepper has messing with stuff, as you're looking at the wolf and trying to figure out, the hound looks at you once and puts its head back down and doesn't seem to care.
Might I attempt a animal handling just to see if there's any recognition in its eyes?
Absolutely, yeah. That or perception. Animal handling will be a lower DC if you're trained in it.
Okay, so I'll do perception instead because I'm not
trained. A little higher DC.
Well,
I'm not going to say what.
I'll do animal handling. Screw it.
All right, let's go.
That's not going to hit. That's an 8.
It doesn't seem to notice. Do you have survival, either one of you, back in the train car?
No. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have a very high survival, actually.
Can I have a survival at disadvantage because you are preoccupied?
Yeah, I'm over here changing tags.
You are literally like have a list
18.
checking it twice. 18 with disadvantage? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the caravan has veered, and it is going down another path. And this is not the way to Midgard.
Wait! My bristlebush tingles!
I have no
just
idea.
my tail, like...
I just hit Mark on Twitch to mark that as a clip. I just want to point out...
My bristle bottom, it is sensing something as my tail kind of twitches. It seems we have veered off of the path.
Should I stop the caravan? We should probably discuss it with the others.
We still have 10 hours to go before we do.
Oh, you would have had 10 hours. This is,
yeah, but it's
this
gone a
is
different
veering
direction.
off course in a different direction. Would you like to make geography or anything that would help you realize where you are or anything to do with the Shadowlands? I will give you a better idea.
I do have some things here. Let's see.
Can I make the argument for Arcana?
No.
Okay.
No. The dog's ears perk up. You do notice that. Because you're standing next to the spellhound.
Boo. I feel it would be advantageous maybe to speed up our plan.
Okay. Well.
Now, I'd like to say you have not told the other two people what is going on. Right now Darkul is smearing meat all over the stall.
I can't do that! I have message!
Oh, I do too!
Okay, perfect! No!
But if we do this next to the spell
Right, yes.
No, Dad, it's a beautiful plan.
I know, I'm so magical, I can't help myself. I have the urge.
Hey, Dot, if you're willing to do it, I'll give you an inspiration.
I already have one.
I'll give you two.
Be a devil's bargain. Screw it. I'll just go ahead.
If you're willing to cast it, I'll give you two.
Court chaos.
Hey, look, this is Frank House rules at the Kobold Press table.
Let madness reign.
Okay, I mean, the plan is to stop it early anyway since we're veering off course, so screw it.
Yeah, you don't even know where you're going right now. You don't know where this is veering to.
Yeah, we don't know where it is now, but the farther off the path we get, the harder it's going to be to get back on the path. Says my rogue brain. So, Bristlebottom goes, I shall send a message, and maybe in slow motion you and my tail like poofs and stands up straight as I
like
cast,
an antenna?
Yeah, ping, as I cast message upstairs into their minds, and you hear Pepper's little voice say, "We have veered off course. We have also cast magic. Things are going to get hairy."
The camera slides through the train cars fast, like a spirit flying through, to the Molekin going, "Stop! Stop! We'll clean it! We'll clean it!" They're trying to pull Nira out.
So as they pull me out, I just want
Just smoke.
I want to cover because I get that like magic
Yes.
to shut down. I just want to cover the steamy poo or whatever is in the toilet to kind of just.
You just throw the towel over it or whatever.
Yeah, and then like kind of diffuse the spell before they get to it type situation.
Perfect. You diffuse the spell, and like the Molekin are in there, and the whole stall is just covered in red from you wiping meat all over the place. It's just bloody inside of here, and they're like, the horror scene is you leaving and them going, "How is it on the ceiling? How is it on the ceiling?" And they're just discussing as everything gets ready to lurch to a stop. As you run back into the passenger car, Geralt, you're sitting in front of the gentleman who's just staring out the window. And I need a perception check from you.
Okay. 5.
Okay, just staring. And like as it, you know how when you're on a train, like the lights flicker? It passes once, twice, person is gone.
Oh. Ooh.
Window is open.
Oh, we have a problem. I look up.
We have a real one now.
Can I look out the window?
Who would? Okay, you stick your head out the window. Great. You stick your head out the window. Who wants to roll the D20 for how bad the train fails from the spell going off and the spellhound standing up? And you see snap, snap, snap of the muzzle break as it howls. The hounds on the other side of you, Nikolai, howl as well, and they echo it. There's 3 of them. I will give you 1 Arcana check for what's going on.
All right, let's
I
do
hide the
this.
piece of luggage. I'd like to stealth and hide, please.
Are you doing the fallout, get inside the fridge?
16,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
24. When it howls, the other ones mimic it, making the area that it affects larger.
Okay.
So like a pack of hounds screaming instead of just one.
I don't love this.
And everything lurches. And I need athletic rolls from everybody. I would like to remind Geralt, your head is out of a window as this thing is careening into the wall.
Excellent.
Yeah. Let's say an acrobatics check.
Yeah, you're in luggage. Sure, why not?
Does that
Okay,
apply
well,
for
that
me
was
as well
not
by
good.
chance?
You are holding onto the cage. I'll let you use acrobatics to hold on. I think that's fair.
I got a 13, unfortunately. Actually, I shall use my inspiration and take the 15.
There you go. I feel inspired
17.
not to die today.
May I do acrobatics as well?
Yeah, if you can give me a reason as you're running from one car to the other.
I do a leap of faith
To what?
Faith.
to the other.
Here. You know what? Let me help you, Athena. Let me move us over here.
Dive roll into the next cart. Does that work?
Here's the cart. Let me get rid of the 2 people who aren't here right now. We'll move them down and kind of off the scene here. Where would you like to dive as you are moving in here? These mole men went by you. They are panicking. They are at the stall up here. You run through. What do you think acrobatically is the softest thing for you to land on or grab or tumble into? Where are you going as this thing careens into the wall? As the left-hand side of the legs topple and it falls and hits the wall and slides.
I should be in the first passenger car, right? Or am I going?
You're moving from this passenger car where the stinky smoke is into this passenger car, which is where Geralt is and the rest of the people.
So I would like to do the whole. Okay.
So it hits. It falls this way.
Yes, and then so as it goes careening into the wall, I want to try to angle myself to land on one of the seats.
Okay, I'll let you use acrobatics for that. I think that is fair.
Cool. That'll be 22.
Cool. You land successfully. Anyone who makes this is going to take a little damage, but not as much. What is Pepper and Nikolai get in the
I got a
luggage
15.
car? 15.
I got a
okay.
17.
Okay. Girl, your head's sticking out the window.
Nat 20, baby.
Okay. As you see a stalactite coming at you, it's like looking in the mirror on a car where it says things may appear closer. It's fast. Whoosh. This thing is moving for in-game purposes at 90 feet per move.
Ooh, nice.
This thing is cooking.
Yeah.
And that stalactite whoosh, misses you, but you did say you wanted to make a perception check when you stuck your head out the window. I will happily give you that.
Oh, excellent. 17.
The person did jump out the window. They definitely were not expecting this thing to fall. He is hanging from the side off of the roof of this thing. He was climbing up and on as it collapsed. This is not part of that person's plan. Whatever's going on right now, 100% is Pepper's fault.
Okay. Are they?
He's within reach if you would like to use your shadow ability. He's about 15 foot away.
Yeah, that was. Nothing else is going to happen. We've already cast magic stuff, right? And
Oh, the train is off the rails.
yeah, we've caused chaos. Damn it!
Hey, man, the squirrels do this all the time. Squirrels ruin everything.
Yeah.
They chew holes to your cable. They ruin your landlines. They ruin your internet. They chew
throw
holes
stuff
through
at
vinyl
you.
siding. They are terrorists.
They are. They're
Yes.
awful.
AKA the best race to play now.
Just wait until he blackmails you, then we'll have real problems.
Yep.
Great. I would.
Are you saving this person or tossing them off?
hold on 1 second. I'm checking to see if I can use blink here.
Oh,
Can I use blink to go to the roof to pull them up, or the whatever it is, the top?
well, it's funny that you mentioned that.
Or is it like?
Nope, no, I'm fine with that. Let me grab both of you as this thing is toppling. This is going to be pretty heroic. This is a great way to kind of close out what we're doing here. I'm going to go to our roof. Yes, we have a roof version for this map. I'm going to place you here. He is falling off. Now you can see those pieces move like this. That is what actually forces this thing to steer and move. It can pick what side the legs are. When you teleport up out of your window, he's hanging, this thing's toppling sideways, you disappear. What does your blink look like? Because you're a shadow priest.
Yeah, it's just like a quick little poof of darkness, and then it sucks back in on itself from where I was, and then I land on the roof where it poofs back out, and then inhales itself again, and I am now standing there.
Are you standing right next to him?
No, right in front of him. I want to reach down.
Okay, so like that?
Yeah.
Let's get in. We're getting real close here. We're getting real close for this.
Just like that.
So, as he is hanging off, you didn't see much of him before. You didn't see a lot of fear or anything. He looks scared now. This was not part of the plan. He's hanging with one arm, looks at you, and there's that moment of like, how is this going to go? Are you going to help this person?
Yep. I reach out a bear paw down towards them. Give me your hand!
Man, there's like a 60 seconds to go through in 3 as he finally flings his gloved hand up on and grabs a hold. And you pull him into you. As the camera cuts, as this thing careens, smoke, debris. For those who failed, you needed a 16 on your roll. I think the only person who failed was the person in luggage. But I will happily half the damage because you climbed into luggage.
Yeah, I'm in somebody's luggage with their like clothing and their gear, and I'm all fours. Oh
no, that's funny. I have random luggage chart. Can I have a D10 from you?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna really roll this. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a chaos monster. Give it to me. I got a 3.
1 was the worst. One was glass objects. 2 is pistols. 3 is family heirlooms.
Oh, okay.
Great. Well, they don't happen to work in the same business as me, right?
Forks, spoons, silverware, gold-framed pictures, no glass.
Okay.
That's on here. Ready for the last one, though? A brass bust.
Whose bust?
You're gonna get bludgeoned, and
you're gonna know because it's hitting you right now as it's tumbling. As you're tumbling inside of this car as it's going.
God. I'm trying to grab for gold things. I'm trying to pocket stuff as I'm like tumbling around.
It's just a black thing as it's tumbling. Pepper, I rolled damage. It was going to be 3d6 because it is metal. It is 4d6. You take a total of 15 points of damage.
Okay, well, that's smart, I say. That's smart, I say, from inside of a piece of luggage.
And smoke hits. Now, I'm going to fast forward through time a little bit here. As it careens and crashes, people are getting tossed. Girl, you save whoever this person is, and Nira successfully tumbles and lands somewhere that they don't get crushed. Everybody else who made the roll takes 5 points of damage. You're taking half. If you have evasion or some form of proved evasion where you take less, that would count for this. I will let that happen. Usually that's not how that works, but for this purpose it would. As the smoke clears, luggage is spilled everywhere. And as you kind of reorientate yourself, you can see that the front part, the engineer area, the empty passenger car continues on. Leaving behind luggage and this passenger car. This is not what I had planned. As that clears, people stand up and out of it. Who would like to roll a d6 out of the cast? This is how many people die on the train.
I'll definitely take that. Here we go. It's coming.
Come on, 6.
5.
Okay. 5 people are buried. Now I need you to roll me the save for Shadow.
My baby. My baby. Okay, I rolled a 15. I'm looking on her chart.
Oh, you're fine. It displaces itself and gets out because it was already undone. If you would have failed, it would have been one of the ones dead.
Oh! I will immediately go looking for my baby.
As you start finding each other and gather up with the survivor, there's a molekin left that's here. The large gray bear does not crawl out of the rubble.
Yes! Suck it!
You do find the toad that is sitting on the rubble, croaking, no longer speaking. The 2 people who are sitting adjacent, like across the aisle from the person you saved, you don't see them crawl out of the rubble.
Ooh.
And out of the luggage area, you see one of the hounds crawl out. And it is the big one. Wounded, splintered pieces of luggage in it as it crawls out and shakes it all off and starts looking around. And it makes eye contact with your displacer beast. And that's where I'm going to close us out for this episode. I would like to know, out of all the people that are here, that are playing right now, how many of you have a magical bag of holding? Does anyone here have one?
I technically have a jacket that serves
I need
as
it to make a
wood.
saving throw as we close out as the hound howls.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I will say this. Let me make sure, because it does similar things, but I don't know. It is technically not a bag of holding.
Is it magical?
It is. I mean,
Is it a magical storage device?
Yes.
I need to know if all the content's empty out of it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no. How would you like me to make that?
It's a D20 roll. I have
flat
the
D20?
item pulled up right now.
Okay. I got a 13.
As you're standing there, you crawling out of it, you start emptying tons of stuff out of your jacket. Isn't that what it is? Full of pockets?
It's called the smuggler's coat, so it looks any way I want it to, but it has all these infamous pockets of dimensions.
It
that
is
hold
just
things.
dumping stuff all over the ground as you're crawling out of the luggage. And
I
we'll
imagine
close
it's
out.
things that squirrels would have too, not your average.
I'll tell you what. You want to narrate our exit? What is all dumping out of your pockets?
Okay, things I've got on me. Well, there's 1,000 ball bearings immediately that come spilling out everywhere. That's definitely in there. I've got candles and crowbars. There's a hammer. There's a piston. Some rations. Darts.
Flying out.
I've got string and buttons and thimbles and shiny baubles and stuff like that are just dumping out.
So there's a squirrel in the middle, a spellhound on one side, a displacer beast on the other, as they're low and growling, as all this stuff is just emptying out between them. And we'll pick up next week on Traitorous, in the middle of this horrible situation. All right, so we can cut there, because we're going to probably do an exit video at some point. Everybody want to change or switch shirts?
Hey everyone, welcome to Half Dragon AP.
And today we are